Hello world, I'm back, and I haven't been around for a while, and I have some bad news. I made some serious progress without you, and I have some good news. The app looks pretty good now, and let me show you actually where we're at. But first, my whole thing is set up for a day. I need to switch that back to night. Actually, let's build the app, and let's see switching in action, just like that. Beautiful. Cool. We're back in the night mode. And well, this is what I have. It's a pretty functional Pomodoro app now. There are a few bugs you can see, for example, in the title, a pretty serious bug. But other than that, it's in a really good place. So what are we doing next? Well, I actually started using new to-do list. I'm not using things first anymore. I wanted something a little more agile or something. This is my new tool. I got a pivotal tracker going, and hold on, let me mute the music for a sec. Or let's just do it here. Okay. So these are the stories I'm working on this week. The green ones are finished. I did all these this weekend because it was so much fun. And well, here are some ideas on the left. I'm not sure if I'm implementing these right away. And here are some things that I want to implement. So I could actually use Tomato 2 now to track my Pomodoros, but I'm not going to. But I'm going to switch to another app. I'm going to use Focus List here, just because I can define my tasks here. This is like a feature. Okay, let me bring up Tomato 1 to compare. This is the regular Tomato app, and this is Focus List, and this is the new app. So the new app has something the old app didn't have, and that's changing your goal for the session. Now, unfortunately, I can't use the new app yet, so I'm going to have to use Focus List because I really like to track goals of a Pomodoro. So let's pick a story, as they say in Agile world. So I have a few things going here, and basically I'm not sure what to work on next. But one thing I don't like right now is that I don't like this bottom design here. This doesn't look good at all. Like, I added a switch to automatically start next Pomodoro, and I'm gonna show that to you in action actually. Let's go to, so first of all, I need to hack this to use minutes as seconds, because I don't want to have to wait 25 minutes, but I can wait 25 seconds. So let's say I'm doing that. Okay, but let's start a Pomodoro. So the goal of my task of this Pomodoro will be to update the design for like accessory info, and I mean all this information here at the bottom. And I think this should take about 2 Pomodoros, so I'm just gonna estimate that up. And well, I'm gonna leave these running, but this might actually be a longer video, so it might be an hour instead of half an hour as I usually do, because there's gonna be a little more work involved. Also, one more thing, I might be quiet at times, just because I don't really like talking as much, but you'll still be able to watch everything I'm doing. So let me just start this. I got my first Tomato running, and if I go back here, let me actually disable this, and let me show you one more thing that I built. So I'm gonna start a session. So here's the deal. I don't like calling them Pomodoros because it's freaking long. And also there's trademarks, so you can't really name your app Pomodoro. So I'm gonna move away from that name, and I'm just gonna call them tomatoes, also because it's easier to pronounce. So my first tomato is almost over. Okay, it doesn't sound as natural though. Whatever. First tomato is over, and you can see that I had unchecked auto start next, so it just keeps counting your time, just as a way to not interrupt your flow, but it still shows you here that you completed it. So that's just a feature that I want, because I don't really like my tomato timer, like ringing, and just some people like that. Some people want to be interrupted and want to have that break forced on them. And for them, we have a auto start next button here. And as you just saw, it just like worked. Because I just checked it, and now it's auto starting the next tomato, which is actually not the perfect behavior, but it doesn't matter right now. This tomato is about design. So think I'll actually bring up Sketch here and open up my file, and from here, oh, there's one more thing to show you. I added this counter of finished tomatoes. Originally I had like these little ticks, but I figured they were taking way too much space, so instead of them I'm just using a little counter. And there's one special thing, so after 4 tomatoes you get to take a break. So this guy will count and do groups of 4. You might see that in action in a little bit. So there will be like 4 and then a separate label for the next group. You'll see all of that. Okay, so design. So I'm going to get rid of this because this is not really this is not what I still need. So let me get rid of these little rectangles here. Okay, so tomato is right now just asking for attention, which is not 100% desired, but it's fine. Oh, like not all, you don't always want that. Sometimes you do, not always though. Is my focus list running? It is, good. So right now I'm trying to figure out what to do with these goals. I'm gonna hide my ads for a second, even though I'm like really proud of the design I did there. I think people will even like looking at them. And I'm sorry, it's necessary if you want to have a free app. Okay, hide that for a sec. Okay, you gotta stop, Amandro, because I'll just show you how the grouping works in a sec. When this one's over, I'll show you. It's coming. Yeah, okay, so that's what happens. That's what happens. You finished a group of 4 and a group of 1. And you would normally have a break of 15 minutes in between. Something may have gone wrong where it's just there. So my model code was pretty nice, but I just recently made it pretty complicated. So it's a bit of a mess right now, especially when it comes to like doing this finishing session and progressing sessions and like stopping and counting the Pomodoro. So this is a little bit of a mess. And my solution to that will be to write some tests, hopefully, and when I have some set tests going, then I can refactor it. And basically, I just want to express all the logic using unit tests. I think that's the best thing you can do. But for now, I'm focused on design. So let me just try and finish this in my 2 Pomodoros right here. So I just spent 5 minutes just talking, which is fine. So what I was thinking is, maybe, actually this color is a little bit off, so let me try and match that. Here. This is locked. It's locked. What is it? Which one is locked? This one? Yeah, no? No, that's not the one. It's not this one. Which one is locked? Oh man, I'm not so good with Sketch and like design in general, so I don't know, it's not locked anymore. Okay, let's change the color. It's the same color, so we're good. I just thought it was a different color. It's not, it's the same color. Maybe because of the shadow, and maybe I have some opacity set up here. Yeah, I have shadow, which is fine. Is there? No opacity. There's a background blur, which is pointless right now. That's fine. Okay, so what I was thinking about doing is adding like a separate section here. And this section would be, let me make it a little bit bigger. Section would be just a tiny bit darker than that one. So this one has corner radius of 6. We have to do the same thing for corners here. Same radius now. Let's set up the fill color like that. So let's go ahead and go with something. I don't know if this is gonna look good, to be honest. It might be just stupid, but I want to try it. So let's do, so I was thinking like, so you remember how I had these finished Pomodoros right here? They look something like that. So what I was thinking is doing that here, like doing all of that here, aligning it like that, and saying go, click to set a go. And then like I don't know, finished today. And that number would be here. And then the last thing would be this option I currently have as a checkbox, auto start next automatically. So we'll want a little more line spacing. Dang it. Need to resize it a little bit. Here we go. So yeah, I'm not loving this, to be honest. But there was one more thing I wanted to do with it. And okay, first of all, let's just try to play with the color a little bit, like color of this, because this is way too, it's like way too light. Let's try something like that maybe. No, that's actually not better. Especially the goal. I think the goal should be in the middle like it was before. So, but the thing I wanted to do was doing like a little, like a hover effect when you move your mouse over this. It's basically a button. It looks like a label, but it's really a button. So when you move your mouse over this button, there would be a little background highlight like that, telling you that you can click it, and when you clicked it, it would change, like this one would toggle to not start next automatically, but like start next manually. So it would basically just change in place. There wouldn't be any checkbox. So let me figure out what would this look like if you were to have a goal. So what I'm thinking is if you set a goal, like that should be really visible to you. So for example, my current goal is what? Updated design. This is getting really meta right there, but let's go with it. So it's your goal. Let's make that bigger. I understand that a goal can be 2 lines, that's fine. So this would be italic, it would be almost white, I'm thinking. And finish today, they could also be the same font and the same color. So just the information that this is an important info. It should stand out a little bit. I guess same thing for the finished tomatoes, because that's kind of important. You want to know how many you've finished so far. Did not succeed there. Okay. So, I mean, I could work with that maybe, if I tab them like that. Maybe something like this. Oh man, okay, so let's get these two and decrease the line sizing here, like that. Okay, that's nice. Actually, let's make this slightly a bit bigger. Smooth this a little bit. And this is not good. Like the last one just doesn't fit. Maybe I should just move this into preferences, because, yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe if I offset it like that and use the same color and all. Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. So that just doesn't fit in there, I would say. It's not a good fit. Okay. So now we have a little too much wasted space. Let's just do finished here as word, and here we would say just like that. I'm keeping this as 2 lines so that I can see what it's gonna look like when there's a little more. I don't know, I'm not a fan right now. I think it was better the way it was before. The only thing I have to do is maybe get rid of this checkbox. It doesn't look like that, doesn't fit in here at all. So I think we're going to move that into your preferences, and let's just have users open preferences when they need to do something like that. I mean, it's easy, just go tomato on preferences or command comma, super easy. So let's go to pivotal tracker, and so this wasn't even a story in tracker, so I'll create a new story now, but not here, I want it here. I'm going to call it add preferences window, move auto start next in there, and let's estimate it to 1 point. So estimating task means just It's basically very much similar to what focus list is doing. It's basically, in focus list, I try to estimate how many half hours it'll take. Here is just some unit that doesn't really mean anything, but it's important that it's relative. So if you have 2 points, it's going to be twice as difficult as one pointer. And if you have 3 points, it's going to be 3 times as difficult as one pointer. Music is a little too loud. Just going to tune this a little bit. Let's do the preferences window now. I have a similar one in focus list, but there's something I really hate about it. It looks just like iOS because I was doing it for both platforms at the same time, which is a stupid idea. You want to have a separate, you want to design this thing separately, native to the platform. So let's do macOS preferences window, because this should give us some inspiration. You see something like this. This is what we need. Let's go to, I'm not going to show you my contacts or calendar for that matter. Let's go to text edit and let's go to preferences here. Oh no, this is different. This is like really old preferences window. I don't want that. Let's see Safari preferences. That's more like it. So they would typically have these tabs at the top, and then you have your settings just like that. And I should be able to replicate it in SwiftUI except for these tabs. I don't know, like there's got to be some standard way of doing that. Cocoa tabs, like preferences tabs. Yeah, BW toolkit. Is this like, it's a plugin for interface builder? No, that's too old. I think what we'll want instead is something in SwiftUI. This is old stuff. I mean, this is 7 years old code, which is probably fine because it'll still work. It's just not exactly a SwiftUI way to do this sort of thing. So let me see if I can do. I mean, what is this? Like, is this a toolbar? It is. Okay, create a set of toolbar. Okay, so they say it's a toolbar. Let me see if there's any SwiftUI. I don't believe it, but what if there is UI toolbar in SwiftUI, switch toolbar states, how to, I don't know. Okay, so that's like iOS UI toolbar. No, I don't think so. I mean, what's even UI toolbar, even in iOS? UI toolbar. Okay, it's like one at the top, but I don't know. Well, let's just do this manually. I mean, what I was trying to achieve is this standard look, you know. Or maybe I can set up a toolbar through, through regular AppKit code. Or maybe I can use this library. I would guess that is what everybody's using. This subclass NS window control. I mean, this could work. It's very likely going to work, to be honest. If it's written in Objective-C, which it is, then it's going to work. Let's try it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it in a like not the best way possible. I'm going to clone it, and I'm just going to copy the source files because I don't want to deal with linking frameworks and things like that right now. And besides, this code hasn't changed in 8 years, so how likely it is that it's going to change now? Oh, these are just icons, which is great, because I'm going to provide my, but I can copy some of these. I can copy general for now. Okay, that's fine. So let's go to here. One thing is great, and that's that I can still use Objective-C in my app. So let's create a new group here. Call it what? What is it called? dbprefs window. dbprefs window. Go back here and copy some of this code. I mean, all of it, basically. Copying all of it. Wait, what is going on? Yep. I want that. So now my Objective-C code is here. What's app controller? Okay, that's like, no, this is, whatever. This is what I'm gonna need. DB prefs window controller. And so, oh, nib name, that's not good. Dang it. I hope there are no nibs. I don't want to deal with any of that. Okay, add view, label, image. This sounds good. Let's do it. Let's go to, hold on. Stop. Shoot, stop. App delegate. And let's, so here we go, like Windows and status item and state. Yeah, I always make sections like that out of my variables. Combine stuff. Support sounds nicer, right? So Windows, let's do, I'm gonna rename this one. It's gonna be so much nicer. Rename. It's gonna be called a timer window. All right, let's clean and let me just triple check this, that everything still builds. Cool, everything builds. Let's add another window. Let's call it, okay, let's call this one var preferences window, and we'll set it up the same way as we did that one, but we're gonna rename a few things here. Just create timer window, like that. Did that. Let's do func create preferences window. Let's call it here. Okay, let's print creating preference window. Okay, I'm not gonna run this now because it's just too slow. I'll just go ahead. Actually, why don't I go ahead and, it's getting a little messy here. Let me clean this up a little bit. Let's create a group called views, and inside a group we'll make another group for timer, and here we'll do preferences. So most of these guys would go here. We'll move this one here also. Okay, let's preview content, whatever. Let's go to preferences and let's do new file, SwiftUI view, and let's call this one general view, as in general preferences. Should I spell it out like that? Or just general preferences will be enough. So it's a view, and let's say, okay, general preferences, go here. Let's go back to app delegate. Right here, we're gonna create that window we were talking about. What was it called? It was called a DB prefs window. So let's say preferences window equals DB prefs. Okay, it's not here. Of course, it's not. Import DB. Now, how do you import your, what's this? That's a example file. You probably don't even need that, but you got a bridge. Okay, here's what you do. Import. Oh man, if I remember how to do all the Objective-C stuff. DB prefs window controller is what I need. .h. Try building that, please. Okay, it worked. App delegate. Preference window. So it's actually not going to be a window, it's going to be controller. So DB preferences still doesn't show up. Oh, here it is. Good. Takes a window. I don't think I should need a window. Let me see how this guy is implemented. Like, how do you initialize this thing? How do you initialize a window controller? You know, init with window, is this what I'm supposed to do? Is it? All right, let's just look up as window controller. How do you, whoa, hold on, I just messed up something with my monitor. I got a special app for controlling a Dell monitor, but this is Apple monitor, so I had to quit it. Okay. How do you initialize this one? Init with window. So what, I'm supposed to create a window manually? Fine, I can do that. So we'll create two variables here. There'll be preferences window, and there'll be preferences window controller. And the preferences window controller will be a db prefs window controller. Okay. So preferences window equals ns window, just like that. I think so. I mean, they're doing a little more, like a little more right here. So let's just, let's just copy this. So I want to give this window as native feel as I possibly can, and those preferences windows are typically like kind of like this shape. So I'm just going to copy these, or maybe something like that. I'm going to copy these numbers. We got like 500 pixels width by 400 height. So let's do like 540 times 400 or something like that. 50. Okay, just for a nicer, more techy number. Okay, we don't need now full-size content view for sure. Resizable, mini, okay, all that can stay. That can probably stay. So we got we got our preferences window. Let's do preferences window controller equals db prefs controller, while window is references window. And I'll use exclamation point there to unpack my optional. So now it should be visible. Well, actually, yeah, it shouldn't be visible. If I just run it, the window should just come up, I think. It did? Did not. Okay. Just for fun of it, let's, wait, are we calling this guy? We are. Just for the fun of it, let's call it window make key and order front. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's the preferences window, just as I wanted it. But let's not have it come up automatically. Let's do it when you actually hit your keyboard shortcut, or if you go to menu. So you get preferences here. The only problem now is I'm not seeing any nib file or zip file, and by extension I'm not seeing any menu. So how do I edit my menu? It's a pretty good question. Because like, how do you do menu bar in Swift, right? In SwiftUI. SwiftUI main app menu on Mac, right? How do you do that? Ooh, in SwiftUI? Does this say, no. I already know how to do that. And there's nothing about SwiftUI. How to show context menu in SwiftUI? Wow, I had no idea you could do that. This is awesome. I think I'll have to save this. By the way, this website is so good. And I'm thinking like they must be making a ton of money, because anytime I have a SwiftUI question, this is what I get. Like each time, they have so much resources. Paul Hudson, of course. Am I following? Oh, I should not be doing this during my tomato or pomodoro. That's a distraction. But I'm almost done with it, by the way. There's 5 more seconds. So let's try to figure this out in 5. I can't figure it out in 5 seconds. I'm going to take my break now, because Focus List says it's time for. So Focus List also has the feature to decide if you want to start automatically or manually, but it doesn't like continue your last cycle like the new Tomato does. And I'm not really sure if I want that feature or not, but it's good to have the option. So I think I'll probably make it optional and also have it be a configuration option. Okay, so actually let's start a break here. How do I start a break? That's a mistake on my end. But the break is running. I'm gonna get some water and then I'm gonna continue. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm cheating right now, but I'm gonna do a little bit of research during my break because I'm really curious. So I think I can get away right now. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm back to work and it's still my break. I don't want to take such a long break. Come on, man. All right, let's just stop this one. Next one can be longer, okay? So back to it. I was really just thirsty. That was all the reason why I needed it. Okay, let's go back here. And so this guy, I mean, maybe I don't have to change my, I don't have to modify my menu right now. All I need to do is update my, I gotta make sure that you can click the preferences link. And by default, the menus in Mac apps are already, they're already, they have their target and action set to their first responder, which at some point will be app delegate. And there's an action, something like show preferences or something like that. I don't remember what exactly it is, so that's the problem right now. But it's already set up, so possibly all I have to do is go to app delegate and add a method that says something like show preferences or like preferences action or something like that. There's no autocomplete for that because that's like a custom method. But so here's one way how I could possibly figure it out. Let's create a new project. And let's not make it a Swift project. Let's make it a very standard macOS app. So let's go with Objective-C. Why not? Wait a second. If I go with Swift, I can use storyboards. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to edit it there. But just for the fun of it, I'm going to go with Objective-C. I don't need any of that. Objective-C. Come on. Let's save that. And it's working. It's trying to remember how to do Objective-C. So if I go to main storyboard now, I'm going to have my main menu. There's preferences, and you can see that it is linked to... where are the actions here? There's no action? I don't think so. Oh, that's strange. That's very strange. I thought that it would already have a target and action set up, or like at least an action. These are bindings. Yeah, there's action right there. Okay, that sucks. I don't know how to do it. Let's try it again. Let me see if I can create a project. It's gonna be what? Zip. Can I go to Swift and use zip? I can, but let's try zip. Let's try zip. Yep. So if I go to my main menu, zip now. Get preferences. Does it link to anything? Doesn't seem to. Doesn't seem to for sure. Oh, there should be an action already pointing somewhere. Okay, so app delegate, get the main menu. How can I get application menu in Cocoa? Shared application main menu. Interesting. If I go here, and if I go let's add set up main menu. Let's add it here at the bottom. How do you do this? Main menu. Let's say func setup main menu. And let's get the menu, and that would be NS application shared main menu. Let's make sure there is one. I don't want to do anything if there isn't. Let's print it. Main menu. So, okay, here we go. So, now this is gonna be kind of strange because how am I gonna target these items? You know, I mean, app menu equals menu items. Like that. Is this what I should be doing? Or should I be looking by title? I mean, what kind of properties does this have? Title? That's strange. I know when I look it up by title, what if I change the name of the app one day? You know, I already did it once, to be honest, from Pomodoro to Tomato. So, okay, I'll just do it this way for now. It's not the end of the world. I think this has got to be one of those SwiftUI limitations, because they didn't provide any way to define your menu. Okay, so I can only take a menu that already exists and modify it. Now I have a menu, and there's a submenu, which is really what I want. Submenu. And same thing, if there isn't one, I don't care, I'm done. So let's see submenu dot items. And one of them should be preferences item. So are you seeing preferences? Here they are. Now how should I find my preferences item? Should I just do like array index again? Like 0, 1, 2. Is that how it is? 0, 1. Well, the separator is also an item. I guess let preferences item equals app menu dot items 2. Okay. Great. So let's print preferences target preferences item dot target. Let's print preferences action preferences item dot action. Let's see what happens. Nil, nil, nil. Okay. Well, let's fix that. Do I have anything like actions going here? Probably not. Let's add mark actions func show preferences. Just like that. I think it's gonna want a center item. I'm just gonna say preferences window dot make key and order front nil. And here preferences item target self preferences item action equals selector show preferences, just like that. Oh, okay, I need to make that method Objective-C like that. So let me see here. Okay, this is not disabled anymore, that's good news. Let me try the keyboard shortcut. That works. Let me try this one. What happened? I know what happened. When I closed my preferences window, it was released from memory. So that's not desired in this situation. I just need to add this one, this little flag. Just like that, and it should be fine now. One thing I'm bothered about is that it's always showing in the middle of nowhere. I think this little thing will help. I'm gonna make it show up like not in a corner, but in the center of the screen. But hold on, one more thing. I would also like for this guy to show up, to remember the last place where it showed. So I'm gonna give it an autosave name, and that way it should remember where it was last time. So bring it up, it's in the center. Close it, bring it up again, it's where it was last time. Quit the app, launch the app again, open preferences. It's again in the center, but that's fine. Is it just me, or is this a different color? It's definitely a different color. But never mind that. So I got my preferences window going now. It's time to put my general preferences SwiftUI view in there, and I'll just do the same thing as I do here. And I'll create an instance of it. So, hold on. Oh, I know. Okay, a mistake there. Let's hide that. So, let's get my view. So let content view, or yeah, general preferences. That's my general preferences view. I will certainly be needing my setting state there as environment object, but that's about it. For now, no manage object context because I don't even use core data yet. So I got my content view. Let's go ahead and do preferences window. Oh, I need to do my EP5 window now. So I'm gonna call the add view method. But first, let's set up a hosting view for my content view. Let hosting view equal that. That's easy enough. And now let's do preferences, window controller, add view. What? Isn't this a, oh, add? It's translating from Objective-C to Swift in a different way as I was expecting, but that's no problem. Oh, if this works, man, that's gonna be awesome. It did not. Wait, what just happened? That was so strange. Oh, it's because it confused those autosave names. But it still didn't work. Like my third-party thing isn't working. Should I call some of these? Should I call setup toolbar or something? Preferences, window controller, setup toolbar. I don't know. Maybe I should look at their example now. Maybe it would be a good time to do that. Got app controller. So what are they doing? They got some defaults here. They got a open preferences method, which just says show window to the controller. Maybe I have to do the same thing. Maybe when I show my preferences, I should not be using window method directly like I'm doing now. Maybe I should say preferences controller dot show window. That's probably not gonna make any difference, but let me see. I pressed the keyboard. Did I? I did. It's not doing anything. Interesting. So what they do is not working for me because they're obviously just saying show window. Maybe it's set up in a different way. Maybe I'll look into here, the window controller. So, oh man, what is this? Setup toolbar. Wow, so they have a custom window controller and it overrode this setup toolbar method. And it set up everything, so maybe that's what I have to do. But first, let me go back here and undo this change, because that didn't do me any good. Okay, fine, let's do, hold on. Let's do preferences controller. Preferences, window. It's getting a little bit on SwiftUI. It's not going to be Objective-C. Let's do class, preferences. You can see that I'm getting a little irritated at this, a little bored too, because this is more typing than I expected. But let's go with it. DB prefs window controller. Setup toolbar. Override that method. And let's do self add view. Self add view. Let me open the app delegate here. Oh man. So right here. Maybe I initialized it in the wrong way. Let me take a look here. How am I initializing my app prefs window controller? Like, how am I doing that? I'm not doing that anywhere. Is this supposed to be using some kind of, maybe I'm doing it here? I don't know. This is waking from nip, so is there a nip file? I don't know. Did I skip any of these files? It's like main.m only. There are some resources. Was there a nip file? There is a nip file. Shoot. What? Okay, fine. That's just the content of your preferences. Are there any objects? Okay, so owner is the window controller, which is fine. And the views are instantiated here. Okay, so each view is instantiated here. But there's just an owner, which is the preferences file. So it has to be initialized from your preferences.zip somewhere. It has to be done that way, right? What's this? Nib name. Okay, that's how they do it. Wait. What? Well, are you expecting me to have a nib file lying around? Well, it's not going to happen. I don't have one. I mean, this nib right here. No, not you. It's expecting a nib file. Preferences.nib. Oh man, this is getting complicated. Let's try finishing this stuff. No. Let's go to app delegate. I'm gonna copy this stuff. I guess. There's a content view, there's all that stuff. I don't think that's gonna be of any use. It's not. Okay, my question is DB preferences window controller relying on nib file being around? It has a shared preferences method. And that one is initializing it with nib name. Well, I don't want to initialize it with a nib file. Okay. It's initializing a window right here. So there's no need to set. Maybe what the problem is that only the init with window method is set up. Init with window. So it's still calling super with window being nil. So what window is doesn't matter. Window to load. If developer attached to Windows as controller, it gets replaced with this one. Then why bother? Whatever. So a new window is being created. That means if I go to my app delegate, there's absolutely no point of setting up my own window because that preferences window controller will replace it. So if we could get rid of that, and when we no, you're gone. Can we set it up with nil? Oh no, you're gone. Okay, let me go here. This should be the method to show the preferences window. It's not working. Oh, let's try this. Let's try printing that window. Showing preferences window. Preferences window controller. That window. I don't know what the problem is. I don't care for the nib file, I don't need that. The window is nil, so obviously there will be a problem. That's why you don't use like 80-year-old code. db pref window controller m. Right. Objective-C. This was never called. Is this ever called? This one's called initializing with window. So if self super init with window, but there's no window here. So this method will never be called. So maybe you have to initialize it with some window when you initialize it. Maybe it doesn't matter what window it is because it's going to create a new window anyway. But I guess there has to be some window. Nope, that was still nil. What did I just do? Try to use an old shortcut to switch between implementation and header file, which obviously doesn't work here. Dang it. I don't want to use this method at all. I'm sure of that. I don't want to use that at all. Init with window. Do we ever get here? Oh. And now I'm doing some crazy debugging, but whatever. Init with window worked. This is never called. Oh no, it is. Init with window worked. So window did load doesn't work is what it is. I think. In that case, why don't we move all the code from here into my initializer? I guess these warnings are annoying. Or maybe that's the problem. No, that's not the problem. Window did load message is never displayed for me. So that means it's never called. NS window controller. This should, window did load. I think what's going on is this is called when the nib file is loaded. My nib file is never loaded. Let's try killing these two methods just to make sure. Okay, they're not needed. So, okay, let's just stick with this. But what I would do is replace this method with a completely custom method. But for now, I'm thinking I could probably take all of these. Forget about this method because this is never called because it never loads from nib file. I moved all the code into my init with window method. Okay, showing preferences with window now does something. Good news. Oh man, I'm starting to feel like I should just rewrite all of this in Swift. It doesn't do that, but you guys would be bored out of your mind. So we don't want to do that. Oh man. But at least it's showing preference with window this time. I just have a feeling it's just like positioned off screen or worse. Never even visible. So let me go to app delegate and let's find the method for showing preferences. And let's also take its window and make a key in order front. Hold on, this is not necessary anymore. Preferences. Whoa, okay, got a window, but that's about all I got. Can't resize it. I can't maximize, there's not much I can do with it. I'll have to copy the initialization code from where I was doing it here, because this was the right way to do it, and this crap right here is a really bad way to do it. Oh, but they're doing content view, and they're adding it to the window, and what else they're doing? Oh man, this code sucks. Oh, Swift, macOS, preferences, window. I need something newer, something better. Are you telling me that this now? That there's something, not right now. No, there's something better, and it's not old. Why was I doing all this stuff? If this works with Swift 5.1, why? I'm stupid. Let's dump it. Let's dump all of this. Where's my vendor? Get out of my site. Get out. You old, ugly code. I'm so sorry to alter the code. Like, it was the thing back in 2010. It's old now. All right, I'm gonna do a bonus Pomodoro here because I didn't get anywhere. Actually, change this description to add preferences window, move, out of start, preference, there. And let's do a bonus tomato there. This is gonna be a long YouTube video where I killed a lot of time doing something I did not have to be doing. And that stinks. I'm sorry. At least you guys saw some Objective-C. For younger ones of you, that's an interesting history lesson. So do I at least have, whoa, what do I want? Do I at least have a cartridge file going? Cart file, thank you. Where is it? I didn't use Swift Package Manager yet, and I don't want to do that right now because for obvious reasons. So Carthage update platform macOS. Let's do it. This looks like a really good package though. This looks so nice, and it's exactly what I want, and I think it'll play nice with SwiftUI beautifully. So let's wait for my slow Mac to build this one. Wonder how my cores are being used. How do you do the CPU usage? Just curious. Just curious if I should upgrade to that new 16-inch MacBook Pro with 8 beautiful cores. Seems like it would help the screen recording software I'm using, which is eating up like 60% of the CPU power. But Swift is okay. Enough talk. We're done with building. So let me add it to the project. Open cartridge build. Grab the preferences.framework. Drop it right here next to drop it right here next to cartography framework. There's no copying necessary. Here we go. Let's go to my build script. And this is something you would have to copy and paste with the other framework. Preferences.framework. Same thing goes for this one. Preferences.framework. Good. So my preferences should be up and running now. Let's see, how do I use this? App delegate. You window controller, get out of my site, please. Usage. Run the preferences. I'm not gonna do that. Create some preference. I don't want to do that right now. And I still have to create a view control. A view controller? Really? Fine. Okay, that's fine. So I have to create a couple of view controllers. I can do that. Okay, I'll do that later. Let me see my app delegate. How do you do that? So when you click preference, okay, so you initialize your view controller here, and you reference your panes. Well, my main pane is that old library I try to use. Ho ho ho, so funny. Okay, you get out. Okay, so also import references. So I'm gonna have to make those panes. I'll only want one of them. Let's use this crazy long name for a class. So how do I implement it again? General preference, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, obviously it failed. Why wouldn't it fail? Okay, and they also want me to do the identifiers. So let me do this in a separate file called identifiers. Like that. There will only be general pane, so let's keep that. It's still failing. Why is it still failing? Failed opening, no kidding. It's because I deleted it. That's why it's failing. But it seems like we may have some cache going because that bridge file got deleted. It's not around anymore. And it's still failing because of that file. Oh, well, that would be because it's set up somewhere. Like my settings somewhere are expecting this bridge file to be around. And why can't I search this? Are you seeing a bridge file anywhere? I'm not either. Build setting, here we go. It's gonna be here. Bridge, it's not. Oh, it's not there. Dang it, where is it? Build settings, bridge, no bridge. Oh, maybe I should try doing some kind of hard cleanup. Something that will delete all the files for sure. Like Xcode, delete, derived data. Yeah. File, workspace settings, project settings, something, something. So workspace, project settings, that's fine. Derived data. Yeah. Well, get out. Get out of here. Clean again. Build again. Failed. Oh my, I have to deal with this right now? Are you kidding me? Please don't make me do that. Okay, I got something for you. I'm gonna open this in VS Code. I'm gonna look for bridge. No, better. I'm gonna look for DB prefs. Here we go. You shouldn't be here. And you. You know what? Get out of here. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah? Get out. Clean up. Build. Please build. It's getting exhausting. I had no idea I would spend so much time on something so simple. Good thing it's a Sunday. Yeah, it can go away, but I can take this stuff and use their code for showing the preferences window. How do you do it? How do you do it again? Identifiers, panes, I got that here. Preferences window controller that show. No, that's a create preferences. That's not what I want. I want to go to my action. I got a crash. Come on, it's not a nip file. Are you mad? Please stop loading the nip file. There's no nip file. I want to use SwiftUI, not nib. My goodness. Preferences. Come on. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool, how you can switch those styles. But I need to stop using nib file. Okay, fine, you know what? Create an empty nib file, if that's what makes you happy. But come on. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is the standard one. Oh, I'm such an idiot for using the old one, because this is the standard one. I had used this before. This is a good one. But obviously this is a newer one, so I'll keep using this. And let's figure out if I have NSView controller, don't use nib. Without nib, yes please. Override load view and set something something. So load view, loading view. So now it shouldn't be calling the nib file. It shouldn't be trying to get the nib. My goodness, what is going on? Loading, it says loading view. And I get the beach ball. Super view has to be, okay, maybe I have to set up some views. So how do you do that? Self.view equals NSView, something. Actually, let's have some fun with that and let's do class, myView, extends NSView. And let's do draw. And let's do NSColor, blue that's set. And let's do NSRectFill. NSRectFill. Yes, but differently. NSRect self-bounced fill. Fill. Nope. NSRect fill. CGRect. No, just self-bounce. So let's here, instead of NSView, do myView. Run that. Did it work? It worked. No, it failed. What are you talking about? Unused file. Who cares? Just do it. Failed. Why? What? What the hell am I doing wrong? NSRect. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm just trying to use a blue view here for, nope, it's freezing again. No, oh wait, it's not. It did come up, but I'm not seeing any window. So seems I must be still doing something wrong. Okay, let's play along and let's try coming up with a nib file, because I don't know what else could it be. Let's set up nib file for this guy. New file. Nib. Zip. User interface. Window. View. View. Yep. It's gonna be pretty much empty view, but it should load my nib file now. What happened? But no view was set. There's file owner, and the file owner is a NSView controller, and it has a connection for view, and I had to connect it to this custom view. Really, like, this damn thing is never gonna work. Okay, so same thing happened as last time. It looks like it's switched to another window, but nothing is visible. I lost focus on that window. And I really just got like nothing in return. Oh, where are you? I did that. I did that. I did that. I did the same thing. I did that exact thing. And right here, I did the exactly same thing. Oh my God, what is going on? Here's my show preferences. I'm doing preferences window controller at show. I mean, I can always try doing preference window controller at window, make key and order front. I guess kind of show it manually. Nothing is still happening. What am I doing wrong? Hides toolbar for single item. And that's a great view. I think I'm going to look into that example project. Oh, this can happen. You're now using auto layout, and it says for the view control, you can fix this by either using auto layout or setting explicit size, for example, preferred content size. So I have to use auto layout, right? I just have to use auto layout. Auto layout. Oh no! Maybe all I have to do is set it. Well, the size is set right here in this view. It has a size. You have not set size for the view controller. You can fix this by either using explicit size. Let's try doing that. Let's go to my view controller and where? View did load good. Self preferred. Content size equals, it's going to be ns-rect. You sure? ns-rect? That works? Oh, it's expecting ns size. ns size. Wow, it works? No way. There's no switcher because there's only one item. So, first, get out of my way. Well, actually, I really want to get rid of this nib file, like really bad. So let's do load view instead. Load view. It doesn't have to do anything special. I want to get rid of this, and I want to get rid of this nib file because it's 2019. I don't want to use nib files anymore. Am I asking for too much? Hope not. I broke it. That's because I didn't initialize any view here. So self view equals nsView. Thank you. Now, can we please already get my preferences, my SwiftUI view working? That would be so wonderful if we could. Where am I here? Where am I creating the general? Nope. Okay, forget it. Just borrow this code right here. Let me get this guy. Actually, so let content view equals, what is it supposed to be now? It's gonna be something like general preferences, and let hosting view equals ns hosting view, which doesn't exist because I haven't imported SwiftUI. So let's try now, ns hosting view with root view being content, and let's get this guy some timer state going. No, not timer state, setting state. And there's no setting state, you say? That's fine, I have setting state. I made it singleton, so that's easy fix. And I got my hosting view, so let's get that. Let's try it again. Okay, it inherited the size of my SwiftUI, which is great because it means I can set up my size right here. I'm gonna do just that. Where are you? I'm gonna do like a group, put this text inside, and say frame. There's there's something called ideal width. Let me try. I haven't not used this before, but let's try it. Ideal width being. Interesting. Let's see what this does. It didn't work. Okay, good. Let's do it the normal way. Thank you. Finally, something is good. Yes. Okay. So now going into my content view, I should be able to just grab my little toggle and you know what? I can just move it right here without doing anything else. Actually, I'm going to need to reference my setting state, but that's about it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so I guess we're still missing a little bit of layout. Oh, this is strange. I can't resize it now that I've set the frame here. What happens if I do like infinity? I'm kind of curious about all that SwiftUI sizing stuff because what happened? Infinity doesn't like it. Doesn't like infinity. Constant is not finite. Great. That makes sense because it's infinity. So infinity is not finite. I'm just trying to find a way where it would be a little more flexible, so not all fixed. It's not. But the window is not set to be resizable, maybe that's the problem. You maybe have to set the window to be resizable first. And maybe my preferences guide just doesn't allow that. Let's see some, okay, if I look at the screenshot, you can tell they don't allow resizing. I guess it's fine. But I really want to see a second tab. So I'm gonna do like a about tab there. It's gonna be, let's just call it like about preferences. Oh, okay, no, let's do rename here. Just rename this guy from that to general preferences tab. And let's call it about tab. Oh, bad case. I can fix that. About tab, and in the about tab, whatever, link to my website, something like that. So let's copy this pane thing. Question, now that my SwiftUI has min width and min height, do I need preferred content size? Guess I don't. Great. Great. So I can get rid of that too. Let's copy all this stuff now and let's do general, whatever. I don't even care about names anymore. Let's do it about tab view controller. Okay, about tab view controller. About. We'll get there. Something like info, perfect. About tab, perfect. I don't really need that in there, so that's fine. Now this guy won't exist. We need to make it. That's easy. What's identifier? It's interesting. That's, whoa, whatever. I don't even care how this stuff works anymore. Let's run it. Oh, app delegate. And about tab view controller. See it now. See if I can finally get those stupid tab. Yes, Yes, please. Oh, no, this is bad, but hold on, let me fix it real quick. Let's also do the same frame. Okay, one thing I'd like to do now is to make, whatever, doesn't matter, this is fine. So preferences, general, about, yes, there was some strange animation initially. Let me see if I can make it change heights like a lot of apps do. Preferences, about. Okay, so it is changing height, but there's some initial animation that is way off. And I'm not worried about that anymore. But yeah, this is good. I mean, this is kind of where I'm trying to go. And it's so much better than, I mean, the direction of it is so much better than focus list preferences, because this is total iPhone clone. And I think like it just doesn't work on a Mac, or at least doesn't look very pro, you know. It really looks like one of those new Catalyst apps, which I don't like at all. So this is good. I didn't get a lot done. It took me 3 tomatoes to just add that preferences window, and I pretty much wasted 1 full tomato trying to use some ancient Objective-C library for preferences. But the result is working, and I kind of cleaned up the UI just the way I wanted to. I suppose I can now make sure that this preference works. So let's do not auto start next at first. And then it should keep going. It keeps going, kept going. Let's check it now. It worked, the preference worked. So this is kind of the beauty of SwiftUI, to be honest, that you can go to your preferences and touch up, so I made it work with a global object called setting state, and I bound it to a global variable there, and it just works. Like the rest of the app is just perfectly updated when I make a change there. So I think that's pretty awesome. So, as you saw, like working with SwiftUI was a breeze. What wasn't a breeze was trying to work with some third party, but with this library, it's easy after all. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than building from scratch. So that's longer than I expected. It's, I guess, enough for one video. And I'll be back. Let me actually go here. Yeah, that's finished. So we got 1 point for an hour and a half, but we still got 1 point. And I'll figure out what to do next here. I'm not sure yet. I'll be back. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.